even know that they were in our neighborhood, but they were walking around, we were walking around, we met each other, and now they're some of our, key family in our church. They lead worship for us, they bless us. Can we just thank the KSBs right now? You guys are awesome. So grateful that we moved into your neighborhood. And that you guys were walking your dog that day. Yeah. So it seems like super simple, right? Just walk outside and God's going to do something. Yes, because all of a sudden all of our routines were totally ruined. And now we were forced to actually meet our neighbors. And it was like old school days, back in the pioneer days, I guess, when there was nothing else to do, when everyone just stood out on their porches and talked with each other. And I miss that. Because I don't know, I'm sure it's the same for you, but as things began to open up and, more things began to get scheduled, and now here we are, kind of mostly post-pandemic, although there's this, kind of a new batch of COVID cases. Most of us are really busy right now. Really busy. And even though Cindy and I will occasionally walk our neighborhood, we don't see anybody. Everybody's super busy. I just was brought back to this as we were preparing for this message about the lost and the found. And the only way you find something lost is by getting out of your routine and going and looking for them. Going and looking for them. I can't actually follow through with God's mission to my heart to look people in the eyes and tell them I love them and then spend the rest of my time showing them that it's true if I'm just doing my thing with my blinders on and only doing the stuff that's John-centric. And I just felt like the Holy Spirit was saying, John, when did I ask you to stop doing that? You ever get those questions from the Holy Spirit? When did I ask you to stop walking around and talking to your but they're not there and they're busy and I'm busy. But when did I ask you to stop? You didn't? Okay. Keep walking. One of the lessons that we learned, among the many lessons that we learned over the pandemic, was that the church is not a place. The church is a people. Turn to the person next to you. You're the church. Tell them.
You're the church.
Tell them. Tell the person behind you. You're also the church.
You're the church.
Tell those guys out there. Hey, you. You're the church. You online. You're the church. Yes, you are. The church is not a place, it's a people. The church is not an address. It's the presence of God and the people of God walking out the purposes of God in the world around us. That is the church. And even though now I'm loving this, I'm loving the air conditioning, I love the fact that we can be inside and not out there, I think if we're not careful, we forget one of the primary lessons God was trying to teach us through the pandemic, which is the church is everywhere that you go. Everywhere you set your foot, that's where the church is at. So we need to do it with intentionality, with purpose. What if, you guys heard Zach read through Acts 2, what we celebrate today on Pentecost Sunday. What if they hadn't walked outside?